Hi, my name is Phil. I'd like to talk about politics. In this video, I'd like to shine a spotlight on some of the practices engaged in by Brexiteers who are depriving us of EU benefits, but making sure that they don't lose theirs. But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So, those who have driven the Brexit project keep telling us that being part of the EU is bad, and that Britain was being held back, and that the UK was strong and we'd be all the stronger on our own. And yes, I know. But many people bought it. There are millions of people in the UK who supported it, and many who still support it even now. They're not necessarily bad people. They genuinely believe it, that's all. But it's important to remember that there are those who pushed Brexit without ever believing it. There are those who supported it and still support it, knowing how badly it's going to hurt the country and its people. And what's more, they also know how much losing EU citizenship cost them personally. So much so that they've been spending their time and money making sure that as the rest of us lose our citizenship rights, they manage to retain their own. There's Noel Gallagher, for example, who advocated Brexit strongly. It's important for the UK to leave, but has applied for an Irish passport himself. There are those who make their money from hedge funds, such as Jacob Rees-Mogg, who moved their money out of the UK into more dedicated EU centres, such as Dublin and the Republic of Ireland, in order to protect their investments from a sinking UK economy, and they advised others to do the same. And then there's the Maltese trick. This is for those who aren't eligible for EU citizenship in the normal way, and it's not enough for them to simply move their money out elsewhere. I mean, Nigel Farage, remember, tried to get German citizenship. He denied doing so, saying it was just for his children. But then again, if he's suddenly, now that Brexit's going to happen, getting it for his children, that is still showing some awareness that it is beneficial to have EU citizenship. But what you do if you're a Brexiteer and you want to make sure you don't lose your rights, you can buy them. You can purchase them. Brexiteers consider the easiest way to buy EU citizenship is to become a citizen of Malta. Like other parts of the EU, you can qualify in the normal way by a lengthy period of residency and then various hoops to jump through. But if you don't have the time or inclination for that, but your wallet is bursting with ill-gotten Brexit gains, then there is another option. You can simply invest. There's a bit of an investment scheme that leads to citizenship. It has been used by some wealthy individuals who advocated very strongly for Brexit. I mind less if people who were arguing against Brexit do this because, well, they've done their best and they're just now looking out for themselves. That's fine. We're talking specifically about people who argued for this and know how damaging it is and want to mitigate that damage for themselves, but don't care about the rest of us. In fact, in some ways wish to inflict that pain on the rest of us. So this scheme has been used by wealthy nationals from outside of the EU for a while as well. But now, of course, British-based Brexiteers are adopting the same scheme. Naturally, it's not really approved of by the EU in general. They don't really like the idea that their citizenship is up for barter. And as it was reported in 2018, which was when I first came across this, it seemed that an investment of a little under €1 million was enough. And it only needed something like about 50,000 euros per additional family member. So you could actually get the whole family done for €1 million. And as I say, it is particularly galling when those who are saying how bad EU citizenship is for the rest of us are so desperate to retain it for themselves that they're throwing money at it. Of course, they don't lose that money. They're investing that money. It's not necessarily the best return on that investment. Otherwise, they'd naturally invest it there anyway. But I'm sure they're making far more from the destructive effects of Brexit anyway. So overall, it's a net benefit to them. But the point is that there will come a time when a critical mass of people in the UK see Brexit for the appalling mess that it is. And they'll have run out of excuses. There are still going to be those, yes, there are still going to be those who will argue that black is white. But for the majority, this critical mass when they've gone through all the possible explanations, all the possible excuses, and they've come up with, yeah, Brexit was a really stupid idea. It'll be important to know who was swindled and went along with it because they genuinely believed it, they were fooled, and who knew full well what harm they were doing to us and did it anyway. So anyway, I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, then also please click the Patreon link for details. And until next time, I'll see you later.